Hi, friend. Thank you for tuning in to the Jasmine Star Show today, where I am here to tell you literally everything I know about life and business in an attempt to make us feel a little less alone in this crazy journey called entrepreneurship. Today, I'm going to bring you a short and sweet episode taken from a keynote that I did for Kilroy Realty at one of their venues called One Paseo in La Jolla, California. So Kilroy Realty reached out to me. They have this beautiful outdoor shopping mall, although if they called it a shopping mall, I think it would be beneath them because it's this glorious place that you could shop and practice yoga and do Soul Cycle. Yeah, one of those places. It's a brand new location, and they invited me to host an event for local business owners to learn how to use Instagram to market their businesses locally. Lucky for us, I have the audio from that event, and I was teaching about my favorite way to market my business using Instagram. Now, friend, I want to be very clear. I do not only market my business on Instagram because I believe in the power of diversity. I don't believe that I should just have one egg in my basket. I want to make sure that I have a lot of eggs in my basket. So if for some reason that basket breaks, your homegirl is going to make sure that it doesn't all come running out in just one egg, right? I like lots of eggs. I'm basically like the Latina version of an Easter bunny. There you go. If you have ever, where is this going? I don't know where this conversation is going. I just picture myself wearing rabbit ears and I'm like, this is weird. What's not weird is me actually using the rabbit filter on Instagram stories. Yeah. How's that for a loop around? There you go. So Instagram is definitely not the only way I market my business, but I will admit it is definitely my favorite. If you've been wondering whether or not you should use Instagram stories to relate to your followers and how to navigate the ever-changing algorithm, this clip is for you. Enjoy.
Stories are profoundly powerful because what happened was Instagram got gamified by really smart marketers and influencers. Because how many times are you at Coachella? How many times are you sipping a cappuccino? How many times are you on vacation forever? We've seen the same stuff over and over again. Everything. How many mommy bloggers have you seen with their hashtag messy hair don't care sweater off the shoulder with their 5-year-old eating breakfast in bed? Oh, we're so cute. Ain't nobody eating breakfast with it. We know that. That's not real life. Stories, on the other hand, really reveal a different side. People trust immediately. People have become to smell the fakeness. Stories really break down and disseminate. There is something, okay, let's just be real. This place is so fancy, it's unreal, right? And I know that it's very tempting for Kilroy to only want to put out here at One Paseo. They give your drone shot, right? And then you have this model who's 7'2" being like, oh, I'm just here eating ice cream when she doesn't eat anything but celery and water all day. It's that's everything out there, and that's how marketing should be. But what could be really cool? Showing, okay, we have an event going on. This is the first time this room is being used. They're laying the tiles. Everybody's coming in. That's different. That's real human connection. Stories work to reveal the backside of running a business, which is why people know, like, and trust you. Also, you get people to engage. So if you go to your Instagram app, the top part are Instagram discovery tools. Location, geotagging. The bottom half is Instagram engagement tools, chat, voting, polls, quizzes, sliders. Use those. Instagram is saying use these tools so we can measure how much people care about you. Any action that somebody takes on behalf of your story, to send it to somebody, to archive it, to DM, to send a quick reply, to send a slider, to vote on a quiz, all of that matters. Because even as something as somebody just tapping on a screen, registers to the algorithm. Algorithm says, Bob liked Jasmine's story. Next time Bob goes into the app to go through his feed, there's a higher likelihood of him seeing my stuff. Why? Because he showed he cared. They're saying, early estimates, that 3% of your followers are actually even seeing your stories. Because on average, the average Instagram user follows more than 300 accounts. So the fact that your story is getting discovered, it has to be one of two things. They have to have been engaging with your account, or you have to become like a YouTuber, like really funny, really engaging, that it's gonna be like, I wanna follow her stories because she's that great. So if you're hitting that 3% mark, 2 to 3% mark, that's industry standard, that's really good. How I measure is there's always a natural drop-off rate. Your first story that you post will always have the most amount of views, but what you want to make sure is that if you're seeing a massive drop-off in story number 3, that's an indication you should be posting around 3 stories a day. But studies have shown if the same person stays with you 6 stories, they're gonna stay with you for 6 stories or 30. So you're attracting like some days I feel like I'm going to post a lot. I don't care because the people that I'm speaking to want to hear in that capacity. Most days I'm posting around 3 or 4. Instagram relies not on the algorithm, not on big celebrities, not on the million people who have millions of followers. It relies on your behavior. If you are unhappy with your experience on Instagram, it's because you're not engaging with what you want to see more of. So cool, let's synthesize this a little bit more. Let's just say you and I follow the same 100 people on Instagram. When we open our app, we will not be seeing the same photos. Why? Our behavior indicates what will be shown to us. So when I open, like, let's say the Discovery tab on Instagram, what do I see and what do you see? Probably very different things. I see videos of puppies. I see yoga workouts. I see like those quick 60-second cooking videos. My husband opens his app up and he sees something else. Why? Our behavior, what we've liked in the past, will show more of that. Instagram has come out and said there's 3 main factors in what we determine is important to you. Number 1, interest. Number 2, recency. And number 3, relationship. So if we break these down, interest. Your past behavior on similar content is what Instagram uses to predict what you want to see in the future. So if you go through and you follow, let's say, like a manicure Instagram, and you save and index those photos, when you open up Instagram, there's a higher likelihood of you seeing manicure designs. Yoga, dogs, that's what they call interest. Number 2, recency. When Instagram started testing out the recency of post, they're like, we're gonna show people, even if the post is like 2 weeks old, we're gonna show it to them on the case that they would engage more. And then people were up in arms about that. They're like, we don't care how interesting that photo is, we want to see what's being posted now. So the new algorithm prioritizes recency. So if you are posting once a week or once a month, there is way less likelihood that your content will be seen because recency is within, they won't come out and say, 24 to 48 hours. Something to keep into consideration. 3, my favorite. This is relationship. How close are you to the person who shared the piece of content? But if you're sitting here and being like, well, how do they know who I'm close with? And Instagram says, we know who you're close with by interacting in the past on Instagram, commenting, and being tagged in posts. Which is why you might, if you hung out with your girlfriends, got drinks, and they all tagged each other in stories, the next time you open up your app, you're seeing all of their photos first. That is why, if somebody has tagged you, you go in your stories, they're shown first in the order. This is the relationship. This is the key to engagement. But now that you know the algorithm and now you know the 3 things, you're like, okay, Jasmine, that's fine, but I came here as a business owner, and I'm gonna say, I know this is not about us. This is about our followers. So how do we contextualize everything we know now about the algorithm? Well, if your followers are not commenting, if your followers are not tagging, archiving, sharing, sending stories to friends, they're not engaging, and your content will not be seen.
So let's synthesize what we discussed today because, boo, you know I ain't about to let you go on your day if you don't have clarity on what you should do next. You heard me say it today, and I'll say it one more time for the people in the back. Instagram stories are where it's at. They bring us closer to our audience, and they tell the algorithm that they want to be a part of our tribe. I use Instagram stories every single day to ask you, yes, you, questions, have follow-up conversations over direct message, and make new internet friends that may one day become an even closer friend of mine as a member of Social Curator. But friend, Followers do not become customers without engagement, friendship, and connection first. This is why I am so passionate about you adding this powerful piece of the Instagram puzzle to your social media marketing strategy before it goes out of style. There is always another fad, another platform, and another algorithm change to keep up with. But right now, Instagram stories is where I'm spending a lot of my time, and I recommend you do too. So what are you waiting for? No, really, I'd love to know. What are you waiting for? If it's for the doubting, the naysaying, the fearful voices in the back of your head to quiet down, I'm just going to be honest with you. They're not going to quiet down. They won't just go away. But in order for you to do great things, you must do them despite your fear, despite the voices, despite the negativity. And I know that you were meant to do great things. The question is, do you? And I'll hold space for you. Because you could tell yourself a different story, or you can just say, today I am meant to show up and I am meant to speak to a singular person so that I can stand in my purpose and do the thing that I was put here to do. So what I want you to do is hit record on your Instagram story today and tag me at Jasmine Star to hold you accountable. I respond to every comment, every DM, and every mention because I am dedicated to cheering you on from afar. So go on. You can do it. Take the first step and do it before you feel ready. Now, if for some reason you're still not sure you're ready for it, hey, listen, y'all, you can find excuses why you can't do it, or you can find reasons why you will. So I am here to remove any excuses and give you the reasons. So if you're ready for it, and you're not sure how to do it, I want to send you a free Instagram story checklist that will empower you to get your stories discovered. You can download this free checklist at jasminestar.com/IG story checklist, or you can click on the link in the show description. So friends, start downloading your free checklist and your guide so you know exactly how to share photos and videos and add filters and upload stories like you've been doing it from day one. I am here for you. I got your back. And I look forward to seeing you on Instagram stories today.